Love stories often capture the public imagination, but some transcend the usual headlines and become cultural touchstones. When an athlete at the height of his career and one of the world's most celebrated singers found each other, it felt like two very different worlds colliding in perfect harmony. What began as lighthearted rumors and speculative whispers eventually blossomed into a relationship that has taken center stage, not only in sports entertainment, but in global conversations about fame, love, and the power of connection. At the heart of it is something remarkably simple. Two people discovering each other, falling in love, and making the choice to commit. Their story has all the glamour of celebrity, yet its foundation rests on small, genuine moments. And that is what makes their engagement so compelling. The proposal itself took place in the most unassuming of settings, a quiet evening at home in Lee Summit, Missouri. The couple had dinner plans later, but before heading out, Travis suggested they sit outside with a glass of wine. The garden was calm, the air soft, and as the light began to fade, he turned the moment into something unforgettable. Instead of an extravagant display, he chose sincerity. He asked a question that would change both of their lives. She said yes. In that instant, there was no stadium crowd, no flashing cameras, no roar of adoration from fans. There was only the sound of two hearts aligning, of promises exchanged without distraction. Later, they called their families on FaceTime to share the news, wanting their loved ones to be part of the joy right away. Travis's father, Ed, remembers vividly the moment he received the call. He was surrounded by tens of thousands of fans at a football event when his phone lit up. Seeing his son's face and his future daughter-in-law beside him, he knew immediately what had happened. The happiness radiating from the couple was unmistakable. For him, it was confirmation of what he had already sensed for months, that his son was ready to take this next step. In truth, Ed had known the proposal was coming. Travis had considered different ways to ask, some grander than others, but ultimately, he was reminded that love doesn't require spectacle. A ring, a question in the right moment, that was enough. And in that quiet garden, with wine glasses nearby and love in the air, it was more than enough. The family gathered shortly afterward for dinner. The two hosted with warmth and ease, welcoming everyone to their home and celebrating the new chapter together. There was laughter, food, and a sense of calm that contrasted with the frenzy of attention their relationship so often attracts. For Ed, watching them together was deeply moving. He described them as being crazy about each other, completely at ease, completely genuine. For fans, the engagement felt like a natural continuation of a story that had already captured imaginations worldwide. From the very beginning, people were fascinated by the pairing. On one side, a tight end known for his charisma, athletic talent, and easygoing charm. On the other, a songwriter whose career has defined an era of pop music, known for her ability to turn personal moments into global anthems. The crossover was irresistible. Sports fans found themselves curious about concerts, while music fans tuned into football games for the first time. Stadium appearances and sideline cheers became events in their own right, drawing cameras and commentary each week. But beneath the spectacle, there was something deeper. They were not simply dating for headlines. Their relationship grew stronger in the glare of fame, yet also revealed itself in small, unpolished moments. Holding hands while walking to dinner, sharing knowing glances during interviews, celebrating victories and consoling defeats side by side. These glimpses told a quieter story, one of mutual respect, admiration, and partnership. That is why the engagement resonates so strongly. In a world where celebrity unions can often feel manufactured, theirs comes across as authentic. It isn't about leveraging each other's fame. It is about building something real, despite fame. They are navigating their love in the open, but they are also keeping its core private, choosing intimacy over performance when it matters most. Of course, with such a high-profile couple, speculation is inevitable. People wonder about wedding dates, locations, guest lists, and who will design the dress. Will it be a glamorous destination ceremony, or something closer to home? Will it be broadcast to the world, or kept hidden away from cameras? For now, there are no answers. The couple has not announced any concrete plans. What they have shared is simply the joy of the engagement itself, and perhaps that is all they need to share right now. What matters is a foundation being laid, a promise that their bond will continue, that their future will be built together. And in many ways, their story is already inspiring others. It shows that even in a world dominated by constant scrutiny, love can grow in honest ways. It demonstrates that intimacy and fame can coexist as long as the people at the center remain grounded. For Travis, this moment is also about balance. His football career is thriving, yet has found someone who understands the demands of a life lived on a global stage. For Taylor, it is about trust and partnership. She has built her career on independence, on turning heartbreak into art, and now she has found someone who celebrates her strength while offering his own. Together, they are creating a new narrative, one where love is not a weakness in the spotlight, but strength. Ed Kelce summed it up with the pride only a father can express. He has never seen his son happier. Happiness, after all, is the truest measure of success. It cannot be faked, cannot be bought, cannot be staged. It shows itself in the ease of a smile, in the sparkle of a glance, in the simple act of choosing to share a life. In time, wedding plans will come. There will be headlines, photographs, and endless speculation. There will be fashion choices, guest appearances, and public curiosity about every detail. But before all of that, there is this moment, the garden, the question, the yes. This is where the story truly begins. And perhaps that is the lesson hidden inside all the glamour, that at the core of every great love story is something universal. Two people willing to take a leap of faith together. Their story reminds us that love is not about the size of the crowd or the grandeur of the gesture. It is about sincerity, trust, and the courage to say yes when it matters most. As the world continues to watch, their journey will unfold. Some will cheer, some will doubt, some will scrutinize. But the truth is simple. They are in love. They are engaged. They are writing their story in real time, not as celebrities, but as two people determined to walk forward together. And that, more than any performance or spectacle, is what makes this love story unforgettable.